Oh, actually, where's my book?
Check.
Here.
Check.
I can toss this or I can put this in the
Here. Eddie.
We had you trap on.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com is the website. Got an amazing show for you today. Got a whole bunch of people coming by the studio today, allegedly.
You won't go tell nobody we was getting it going?
Oh, we was just practicing though.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Hey, got a whole bunch of people hanging out with us today in the studio. Shout out to our super dope engineer, Eddie.
Whoop whoop!
Yeah,
right.
super dope producer, engineer, whatever you want to call him. Yup. Guess what time it is though, Joy?
It's 7:04.
7:02. Yep. Shout out to Mila and them other two girls.
I need you to know all three of the girls' names.
Okay, I'm gonna learn them today. I promise you.
Cause it just sounds like
Like
Diana
I just like
Ross and the
Mila,
extras.
Justin Timberlake,
The Supremes,
And
Diana
NSYNC.
Ross.
That's how bad.
Eddie, we doing a show, Eddie.
Hello.
Why are you talking in the microphone?
Because you just said we were testing.
No, we're doing a live test. I haven't even.
You gotta ask him because he's the anal one.
Well,
That sound better than yesterday?
I'm the Sean Prime of the studio. Oh, I can't hear it yet. Hey, we got a
You gotta be talking into the mic. And there we go.
No, I sound hollow, but we'll fix it. But I think we are in the right direction. Hey, don't go nowhere because we come back. We'll tell you everybody that's on the show today. And I got a very special.
I'm burning up. Work, come on. Just oh. Oh. My bad. I'm sorry. No, I don't have a key.
Oh, you got a key to the building.
So you would be locked out. You know Michael. You know how Michael did. You didn't see nobody?
No, it's two people walked up. They didn't tell me their names, though.
Oh.
I told them my name. They didn't tell me their name. They said they here for the show.
Michael and Joy in the morning.
Whoop whoop.
MichaelandJoy.com. Hopefully I can stop the record. Let me see if I can do this right today.
I'm gonna do better.
Well, this is not the right place to play the music.
Not at all.
That's what. Okay, did I
What
get
up,
it?
Laura?
I must have got it that time. Is
Let's
it still
go-
playing?
No.
Yeah, it is still
Yes,
playing.
it's
So
background music.
we'll figure it out.
Just press the mute button.
Oh yeah. How about that? Just mute it all together. Hey, we got an awesome show for you today. Today is the 11th of April 2018. Brian Jobert is going to be in the building.
Whoop whoop. That's pretty exciting.
Brian's LMB tax service. So everybody should be done with their taxes.
Well, the April 15th isn't here yet.
If somebody say, I'm going to pay you your money when I get my taxes, chances are they lying. They probably already got their money.
I was gonna say not everybody. I mean, certain people wait till the last minute, like me.
But you're responsible though. I'm talking
I'm
about
not-
irresponsible
I'm
people.
not getting none back.
You shouldn't, because you're an entrepreneur.
I'm not in a rush.
If you're just a regular worker,
Oh yeah.
you should have your money by now.
I was gonna say, but you want to know what? Even when I did have a 9 to 5, I wasn't just one of those like.
Well, we know you're the exception, Joy. We know.
Anyway, whatever.
I don't take the elevator. I take the steps. I just blow past stop signs.
Well, why not? I mean, won't nobody else out there? You creeped out of nowhere.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's how accidents happen.
Yeah, but I saw you,
Oh,
and more importantly, you saw me.
What if I would have been the one of them like, what the hell with this stop sign?
I saw you.
We would have met in the middle.
I saw you still.
I said, can I cuss?
Hey, it's our station.
Hey, it's our station. We do whatever we want. I was like, hey, yo, beep. Oh, that's Joy. My bad.
I said the same thing. I was like, you see me? Oh. All right. That's why I was like, I need you.
Never mind. Yo, shout out to Zuckerberg, Mark Zuckerberg. He sent me a
like a little
message today.
kid.
He sent me, hey, I thought you said it was some guests here.
They went to the bathroom.
Oh. Zuckerberg said, he sent me a picture, my most liked picture in 2010.
Oh, that's what he did?
I got 28 likes on it in 2010. I wonder if I would repost it today, if I would get more traction on that photo.
I was going to say, let's try it.
I probably will.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you will, except for the fact that I'm telling everybody not to like it.
It's okay. Wait till I call Zuckerberg and tell him what you
Don't
did.
like it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
who's
well,
pettier?
I haven't done anything recently.
Who's-
I have done everything that Marcus asked me to do. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. He is on trial for show. Like yesterday, I sat there and watched about a good hour of it. And first off, they keep asking him the same question. And it's so funny because they're asking it like 800 different ways.
Okay.
Trying to see whether or not he's going to say something different. And his answer is always, we don't sell information. But we had one guy went up there and he was just like, yeah, for all my haters. And it
Hold
was
on,
just,
what?
yeah. One of the congressmen actually said, for all my haters, he's actually said that, he appreciates the app for what it is.
Uh-huh.
He actually showed where you can change your privacy
Yes.
settings, where you can say who can see what, and he really broke down the app and he was like, I was actually just using it before I got, before my question needed to be asked. So I thought it was pretty funny, but he's handling it, but it's intense because everybody gets to ask whatever questions that they want.
Two things I found out about Zuckerberg. He's 5'7". He had to sit in a little cushion chair pad yesterday so he could sit up. So he's probably a little bit taller than George Stephanopoulos from ABC.
Nice.
And then the
Okay.
second piece that I learned is everybody's so upset about the privacy on Facebook and what they can or cannot see. Here's rule 101. If you don't want them to see it, don't post it.
Well, then that's the other thing that he's been saying. He was just like, the whole way through Facebook, you're asked, do you want to post this? And then the other thing too, when the guy broke it down, he was like, there are levels to it. You can create your friends list. You can say who you want to see it. You can say who you don't want to see it. You can actually post something and block specific people. So, if there's an issue with you and privacy, it's probably because you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Hey, Facebook is facing some heat like we're talking about because of the data breach. And on the top of that, folks are just tired of seeing new babies and vacations. We're tired of seeing y'all living happy. So now they do, those that are departing from the social media giant may see some health benefits, according to a study from our friends over in Australia.
Okay.
How you pronounce it? I mean, if you really read it out.
I was gonna say.
Now, the Journal of Social Psychology says that leaving the platform, even for less than a week, this answers all of our questions from last year, Joy, can lower your levels of stress hormones, cortisol in a person's body. Now, researchers said that the downside is feeling a lower level of well-being. So
I can definitely
I was about to
attest
ask
to
you,
that.
yes.
I mean, I was off Facebook from October until maybe 2.5 weeks ago.
Why you was off of Facebook?
Because at our old station we were playing music. When we went live, after I asked you guys not to play music
Okay, we
when
got
we
you.
went live.
We got it.
So are we gonna play music when
No.
we go live?
We're
Okay, so needless to say, I definitely felt like I was able to gain at least 3 to 4 hours of my life back.
And shout out to the famous apps and the memes people, because the meme people said that black folks the only people that say when they leave social media they getting their life together.
Right. I was gonna say right. Meanwhile,
Meanwhile.
everybody else getting their life together, and we're watching them.
Right. Hey, it's Michael and Joy in the morning. Only on Power 108.9. Yeah, the Braves are in DC tonight. Boy, we lost 2 straight. Hey, we got some cool guests in the building. She looks familiar. You been here before, haven't you?
Nope.
Oh, okay. My bad. It wasn't you. It's Michael and Joy in the morning. Sensation Station Network. Wake up.
Lego. Hey, Lady J.
Hey,
I was sitting there thinking, I was
Hey,
like,
you know this.
I hope that
Did I say Sensation
we don't
Network?
have any issues getting
Did I
up
say
there.
Sensation Station?
Yeah. This is Power
I said
108.9.
Sensation
Yes.
Station Network.
I didn't hear it.
I don't know. Where could
Come
you
on.
sit while we
First
do
and last
that?
time.
You talking?
No.
Yeah, just sit right here. You can sit by me.
I was gonna say someone else should be downstairs.
I'm not gonna be, like, on the camera.
Oh,
You
just
will
go
be
over
on the
there,
camera.
Eddie. Sit on the table over there.
Yeah.
Like you're at a
I'm
bar.
about to slide.
I was gonna say, can you see if anybody else is down there?
I got the headphones working.
It's nice to meet
Hey,
you.
darling.
Did you hear me?
Michael.
Did you see if somebody else is down there? Because clearly this was, we were
Y'all need.
Go check one more person.
in Euphoria. I know. We know Eddie. Help us find an intern, Eddie.
Okay, I got scared. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, one more time. Say it one more time.
And you can use this, Lady Joy.
Okay.
You doing all right, man?
I'm doing well now that I made it in the building.
Yeah, well, we trying to keep security tight. People crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, G. Carter King. Hey, Miranda. Good morning. How are you? Hey, Tasha.
I need some mints.
Thank you, Tasha. Yes, Eddie did say I made a mistake.
Ha!
This is the first time.
I was gonna say, and the funny thing is, you were like, I wonder how many times you gonna say it, Joy. Amen.
Joy, this is my daughter. I'm sorry.
Hey, daughter.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm well. How about you?
Good, what's going on?
Good.
Yeah, somebody should be coming down.
Is that Brian? I just responded to him. If it is. What up, Paulo?
I think, okay.
But that's not who I'm expecting now. It's Clarissa's client.
What up, Joe Bear? Hey, Sharice. Really?
What you need? I don't know how to work this thing.
We actually have one.
It's a hair clamp. Just open it up like a hair clamp.
Okay. Alright, I figured that.
I was gonna say so about that, Mom. She got one at the house.
We got one. Don't tell me I didn't know how to use it.
Good morning, how you doing? And hey. What's your first name?
Tashira.
Tashira, that's
Thank you, Eddie. You good.
What up, what up, what up? Thank you.
I'll see you later.
Hey, MTG.
What's up, Trigger? Hey,
You
Sharice.
got my card? I just gave it to you again to go get mine.
You gave me here. I'll wait till you find it.
Oh, okay. Right.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com. Got an awesome show for you today. Brian
Yes,
Joe Bear,
sir.
L&B Tax Service in the building. We're going to be hollering at Brian today.
Let's
and
do
we got a
it.
special new guest in the building today.
BM.
All the way from somewhere in these worlds.
These worlds.
Yeah, something like that. What's up, sis?
ATL, Lady Joy in the house.
Lady Joy, you from
Yeah.
ATL?
Not originally. I'm from Florida originally.
Oh, what part of Florida you from?
The Northwest, Panama City,
Oh, I was
Pensacola.
about to say,
Oh.
why you ain't want to rep your city,
I
girl?
say where all the
Usually no one really knows Fort Walton Beach.
No, we know for a
I'm
while.
about to say all these spring breakers.
For
Okay,
real?
yep, that's where I'm from, Destin.
Yeah, so everybody know your city.
Yeah.
We came in here and tore your city up back in the 90s.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a great tourist area.
It is, and they've really grown. Like, they've done a lot
Oh, yeah.
to that area down there. You get down there often?
I haven't been in a while,
Okay.
but when you've grown up there, you don't miss it or appreciate it like outsiders do. So
Unlike me.
Outsiders.
outsiders,
Well, dang. Well,
people who
don't
are
nobody
from
want to go
there.
to Destin anyway,
When I-
Lady Joy.
Well, when I go back home to D.C., get out the camera. When I go back home to D.C., I be treating that thing like I ain't never been to D.C.
He
before.
sure does.
I do.
Tours and everything,
Yes.
girl, with his book bag and his camera.
And I love D.C. shirt on. Which brings you up today?
Well, I'm here to share with the world. I'm about to launch a book. And the book is called Damage to Delivered, and it's a background story of my journey to really finding myself. The subtitle is Finding Joy on the Journey.
Gotcha.
So my name is Joyce, but I am a true joy enthusiast, hence Lady Joy, affectionately known as.
There you go.
And so I'm just walking into that and really, helping others be able to stand in their truth as well.
Gotcha.
There was some trauma and some setbacks and some things along the way that caused me not to really identify with who I was from the time before I was in my mother's womb. So being able to connect with who I am now It's just an amazing feeling, and it's empowering, and it's motivational, and I just want to share it to the world because I believe that's the call that's on my life.
I think, as parents growing up, or our generation, we were so amped on doing it our parents' way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now, for you brought your daughter with you. At what point for you as a parent, did you say, you know what, let me stop trying to do my daughter the same way my parents did me and do a different approach?
Yeah.
Well, because of what happened to me as a child, I was molested by a family member at a very early age. It caused me to parent differently automatically. But it was overbearing type of parenting. I was teen too much, and she will tell you that I was teen too much because I didn't want what happened to me to happen to her. I didn't want her to go through that same kind of pain and, you know, the identity crisis, because I definitely went there. Because, you know, when things happen to us as children, before we get to know who we are, then we are standing as these adults not knowing who we are and trying to figure it all out. Because I was a woman before my time, I was a mother before my time, and I was a wife before my time. So out of that, I didn't really have a clue about who I was. I was always answering yes to something and somebody, not knowing if it was really what I wanted to do or what I was called to do or my gifting or my talent. I would just figure it out. Even if I didn't know how to do it, I was just always answering yes. So as it pertained to mothering, I was always I chaperoned everything. I went everywhere with this child. Even her first day of college, I got on the MARTA bus with her. No joke.
She said, yes, ma'am.
I was teen too much.
Well, I tell you, I bet you our son is saying the same thing, because he'll be 21 this year, and he still has a rule, and he's now off in college, and he still has a rule. His wife say, text me when you get there. I'm like, you know, this
His
dude
wife?
is almost. I said my wife tells him. He's almost 21, and she still say, text me when you get there.
I'm about to say, but is it too much, or is that love?
I think it's a fine line.
It's a fine line,
It's a
right?
very fine line.
Because at some point you gotta let him go.
You gotta let him go. And I was the one
that
that refused to let go.
Yeah.
Because I saw her approaching, you know, the 18 years old. I saw her coming into 16 and 17, and she was trying to be who she's called to be.
Right.
But I wanted her to walk the way that I wanted her to walk, in thinking that I was providing some kind of protection.
Right.
But it was really just causing her to kind of rebel against me.
Gotcha. Hey, we'll come back. We got more. We got some other guests in the building. And Brian is Joe Bear is in the building with us today. It is Michael and Joy in the morning. Only on Power 108.9.
Good job. I was gonna say, hey, Mr. Williams. Hey, Satchel. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. What up, Ahmad? Hey, El Dorado. Hey, Tawana. Hey, April. I think she was teen too much. I think texting my son and saying, let me know you got serious. I was like, because Brenton is going to have it. But you know what? I go to his school like twice a week. You know, when I eat lunch with him or whatever, he actually asked me to come more.
I was up there more than twice a week.
Make sure y'all stay connected. Drop this information. Be back.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up?
I see you tonight.
You had a question for me. Now.
Thank you, Sabrina.
What up, brother Small? Let's go.
Hey, Charity.
Man, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Oh, Eddie.
Okay.
That's
You
what I'm
don't
talking
forget
about.
that's my card.
Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Please.
I might have to join y'all out there. Yes, man. How you doing?
Puerto Rico. You ready for the 21st?
I stay ready.
What's going on the 21st? Y'all doing some stuff, don't you?
You have to.
Hey, tell nobody about
where
you been showing up
I got two of you. Actually,
Anything
I
can
got
happen.
2 events.
Mike, he probably has been saying it, but you know, we be feeling out of the loop when we don't hear it up here. But he
It's
probably
the Blueprint series where
Oh, no, I've been. I hadn't did my video yet, but you know, I've been posting.
he probably been
flyers.
talking
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been posting flyers, and then
We're
I've
about
been
to
shooting.
ramp up because we got what 9 days left.
Yeah, because in fact, I gave the information to 2 people who said they wanted the spot, so I don't
Okay.
really register.
Clarissa, what is Euphoria on Facebook?
Piercing Euphoria
Oh, okay.
and then underscore.
Piercing. Oh, okay, I see it.
Yep, with underscore afterwards.
Okay, so no sun shower.
Right.
Pull it.
Pull it up, okay.
Yeah, you good. I wasn't kicking you out. I was just saying. I was just saying, get out.
Dang! What up, Original Slang? Shout out to you.
Michael and Joy in the morning. Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com. Power 189. Brian Joe Bear in the building.
We hear you, player.
I know. Right. Brian, what up?
What up, Mike? What up, Joy? What up, people, everybody? Overbearing
You about to
Mom.
say you gonna
Hey.
add it.
Brian Joe Bear, I got some plants. Miss Clarissa brought us in a flower.
Yeah.
She's a bomb.
I was gonna say we gotta make sure that you don't kill it. Just a
Oh,
little
is it
water
real?
every week. Yes.
Oh, it is real. I thought it was one of them hotel plants.
Nah.
One of those Econo Lodge plants.
It looked a lot different.
Brian, how's it going, man? L&B in the building?
Hey, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. They keeping me busy, bringing me their money, so I love it. I love it.
Man,
I
when
was
you
like, time is here, huh?
seen you in over a month, man. The life's good.
Yeah, I could work sometime.
Oh, do you really?
I do, man.
Man.
Give me a good 3-4 months in.
The way you travel.
Yeah, I can.
That's about
I gotta
it,
re
too.
up. I gotta come home and re up.
Get
You
that.
got a cruise ship, dude. They come back for a minute so they can restock. So they
Exactly.
can get back out.
And go right back
that's
out
me.
there.
I'm cruise shipping.
Put some of that food
I'm
on
stopping
it.
at the dock to re up,
That's
get the
funny.
bank straight, so I can head on back out.
How was tax season for you this year? We're coming up on
You
this.
said
April.
how?
Yeah.
Is or was?
Oh,
It is.
was.
It still is,
Because April
right?
15th jump. I'm saying like most of the people that getting their
Well, you know, we
current
we
income
got a
credit.
traditional April 15th type of company. You know, like I tell
15th.
people, I really, it stays consistently busy probably through May,
Okay,
and then it stays steady through October.
gotcha.
You know, for us. And but right now, like these last few weeks, have just been so funny, man. Because I just be laughing at people. Because I'm like, all right, we're a week away from the official deadline, and folks like, man, come on. I called the office, and they said I can't get in. That you booked up, and y'all booked up. Come on, I've been with you for 15 years. I'm like, but dog, you should know better. People texting me, I called the office, I couldn't get an appointment. I said, you think not?
Right,
You know, it's
exactly.
a week before you got the hottest tax man in Atlanta, and you think you're gonna just jump in.
Yeah,
You know? Ain't
not gonna
funny.
happen.
Nah, it ain't happening.
Not gonna
I was gonna say, I'm
happen.
pretty sure he got regular hours too, so ain't no late night
No,
appointments.
we don't extend.
Well, welcome to Power 189. For those that don't know, maybe listening just for the first time, man, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into this business.
Hey, we can't go that deep, man.
Uh-oh.
I can't tell all the secrets right now. That's gonna happen on the 21st of June, but
Uh-oh,
Hey,
you got
hey,
dates. You dropping
hey,
dates
look.
already.
you know I got 17 days. But now we 21 years in the tax business, L&B Tax Service. You know, shout out to Greg Moyer. So when you say go back, because Greg took his time to show me this game, man, and really line by line really showed me. And I just took it to another level. But you know, shout out to all our clients who kept us in 21 years, and now we specialize in businesses. We specialize in home ownership. You know, and all the clients over the years, and so now we in 5 different. Well, we not now, but we've been in 5 different states. You know, and so it's been beautiful.
Well, you were a numbers guy growing up.
Congratulations.
I said I wasn't a numbers guy, but then when I reflect back, I'm that dude who used to challenge you with you had, when you had the calculator, and I try to do it faster in my head than you did on your calculator. You know, so yeah, maybe I was a numbers guy, but I've always was I love the fascination of counting money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've always loved that. Even as a child, I used to save my change and take a bath with it. You know, I was I love my money.
You smell kind of silvery when you got out.
Hey,
Little
yeah.
copper undertone.
Right.
Straight,
Yeah.
you know.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's how the business started for you. And now, 21 years later, man, you
5
still doing it.
locations.
What's the passion, man? Why do you still do this?
I love to travel. Travel takes money. Nah, I'm just joking.
No, that's a good idea.
Nah, but it's good. I love educating. Now, one of the reasons why I was attracted to this business is because when I got introduced to it, you know, the dude told me, he said, man, when you help people, you're gonna be a god. I would told, and I've always been a helper. If anybody knows me, I love helping people. I love seeing everybody win. And so to have knowledge that I can give to other people to help their situation, that was one of the main attractions to me.
There you go. You got some dates coming up. I know you got some conferences coming up. Award shows. It looks like coming up. You've been doing your thing since we've been off air.
Yeah. Since y'all had
He was like, look,
my time, I had to put some other things in place. You know?
car keeps rolling.
Hey, you gotta keep rolling.
Hey, what's the website, Joe Bear?
lbtaxservice.com. If I still gotta tell you www, you might not be my client. www.lbtaxservice.com. But now we specialize in business and home ownership, but we do everybody.
That's
you know, and the thing is that if you're not at that level yet, we're gonna educate you to show you why you should be. So make sure y'all come holler at us.
That's what I'm talking about. Brian is Joe Bear, LB Tax Service. What's that website again?
lbtaxservice.com.
Ain't no www.
No. I think everybody got it by now. About 20 years strong. Now everybody got it.
Joy in the morning. Hey, he got that auto renew on that GoDaddy
It's
jump.
SmichaelJoy.com.
Wake up.
Yeah.
Everybody should have auto renew.
Good morning.
It asks you before it charge you. It lets you know, hey, we got to charge your account. You straight?
Santiago.
Back every Wednesday. All right, Spark, get at me though. I got you.
Lady J, what's the title of the book again?
So every Wednesday, Michael and Joy, I got to get used to this new Power 108 point something. You know, I'll make up a number till I get it. 9.
Did you catch that picture I sent you?
What up, Pat Sales? Hey. Thank y'all for listening. Hey, Fee Willis. Hey. Good morning, Dr.
Joy,
Ed.
you were supposed to
Good
call
morning, good morning.
Celeste.
Good morning.
I was supposed to call somebody?
Yeah, that's what they said on my feed. Don't worry, y'all. It's not just you.
Good morning.
I'm about to
Miss
say.
Barbie. Thank y'all for listening.
It's not just you. Don't take it personal.
I don't.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I like that. I went. I mentally commented.
I did it last night. Lady J, what's your IG?
At Joyce for Thoughts.
Whoop, whoop.
JoyceForThoughts.
Yay!
All right, y'all. If y'all.
All right, Sean. What up, Dante?
Do a cruise.
We're gonna do one more segment with you, then we're gonna switch you out.
Conference.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com, Power 189. Shout out to my man Orlando. What up, homie? Shout out to Melinda Santiago.
Yes,
Melinda
sir.
Santiago in the building. Melinda, I need to come see One Tweezy and Jagged. They got an awesome, what is it?
Show.
Like
Collaboration show.
yeah, and they did some songs. and
Songs
stuff
together. Yeah.
You know I'm supposed to be the 5th member of 112, right?
You are. You just stay here when they go.
So does that mean I'm a member?
Yeah.
You got an active member.
Yeah.
I ain't paying them
Yeah,
dues.
you're not an active member. You're a member though.
I missed too many rehearsals.
Nah. They didn't tell you.
You're a substitute. Somebody can't make it.
I was gonna say they don't even have to change the names. Michael and Michael. Light skin and light skin.
If Michael Keith don't make it, hey Michael, we still don't need you.
Right.
We're just gonna go
Hey,
through
Michael.
But shout
You
out to
good.
Santiago.
Just need
Brian
you to
Joe
hum.
Bear in the building today. Hey, if you got a birthday today, happy birthday to you. I gotta say happy birthday to my partner, Sean Cornholio.
Happy
Reynolds.
birthday!
Sean Reynolds is celebrating a birthday today. He said he's gonna have some drinks over down there at Tom, Dick, and Hank tonight.
Yes, sir.
You know, I know Richard Dunn, and Richard Dunn is the dick of Tom, Dick, and Hank.
I was gonna say, just say it one more time.
Well, well, you know, Richard,
So
the
petty.
nickname Richard, if your name is Richard, then your nickname is
rich, isn't it?
It's a dick.
You know, Lady J about the Lady Joy. Ray was like, I am not saying that. I am a blessed soul. My husband is not gonna get on me messing with you.
I'm gonna give them a shout out. They got the best
Oysters.
semi-vegan turkey ribs in the city. Not they. If you hadn't been to Tom,
He said
Dick, and,
semi.
if you hadn't been to Tom, Dick, and Hank and had the semi-vegan turkey ribs, they got the best turkey ribs in the city.
Yeah.
Why you say they semi?
Girl, 'cause that's his story, and that's he's sticking to
They're
it.
not quite vegan, and they're not quite bad. So they're semi-vegan.
Also celebrating a birthday today, David Banner is 44 years old today. Happy birthday to you, David Banner. Josh Stone, she's 31 years old today. And cannot forget the lady who has been around the world, and I
Yes.
can't find my baby. Lisa Stansfield
Come on,
is
Lisa.
52 years old today. So happy birthday to them. And also my man, Sean Cohen Julio Reynolds. That's my man. Happy birthday, Sean.
Happy
Joyce
birthday
Full Thoughts.
to my friend Michelle as well. Happy birthday, Michelle. All about you, huh, Michael?
Miss Lady Joy is in the building. She's an advocate, women's unity enrichment speaker, mentor, and a new book. What's the title of the book?
Damage to the number 2 delivered.
There you go. And you talk about your
My
it was
journey.
rough
Your
on that
journey.
journey. You know what I'm
My
saying?
journey, yeah.
But strong
I wouldn't
today.
change nothing on my journey now.
Uh-oh, she about to start preaching, y'all.
Best advice that you got for young women out there today, especially because we begin the Me Too movement is growing and more women are speaking out about assault and just uncomfortable
Things that have happened.
situations. Best advice you can give to people today.
The best advice that I can give to any young woman or even an adult woman who has not dealt with a traumatic issue is to stand in your truth and speak your voice. Discover your voice, because someone, first of all, is waiting to hear your story, because that's truly the only way that we can overcome is by the words of our testimonies. And the greatest book in the world says that. So we have to begin to talk. We have to begin to discover who we are and stand in your truth. And I would just say, be you, be authentically who you are. Once you figure that out, don't change it for anybody. Walk in that thing and own it. Be confident. My acronym for joy is just own yourself, because you have to begin to love who you are before you can love anybody else.
There you go. That sounds like a song.
Well.
That sounds like a song. You got a date for the book yet?
Well, there's been a little bit of opposition with the book because of the message that's being spoken to the book. So we're hoping to get it out by the end of this month.
Okay.
But definitely I will be letting y'all know, because I really want this book to stand as a testimony of God's amazing strength through us.
There you go.
Because that's what it's been. That's what the number 2 represents in the title of the book. Because it wasn't just about me. It wasn't about anyone else coming along to help me through this. It was me and God along the way. We've heard the poem, the footprints in the sand. It's really true. In those times where I felt like giving up, in those times of depression, in those times of sadness and hurt and pain, I could really see how God was carrying me through those times. And I want to provide that for the many that will get this book in their hands, and they can too see how they are not alone.
That's what I'm talking about. Lady Joy is in the building. Look at your baby back there. Your baby
She up there, she's like, yes, mama, yes. She's gonna be super protective then, but thank God.
Somebody out there trying to figure out how you spell yourself with an I. Because they so you see Joy there with an I. She's right. He's spelling like, how you spell yourself with an I?
But those that don't know, I caught that, Brian. That was a good one. Very observant, man. I really appreciate that. Hey, take your baby over to Goldberg's for breakfast this morning, okay? I got a gift card for you.
Okay.
That's that AMC.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's for AMC. Never mind.
She was like, look.
You got me all hyped and ready to go get some breakfast. And
She was like, look, but I'll take that too, baby. Hey, what was it?
They still open, though. You can still go.
But the gift card sounded amazing.
Yeah,
Anytime we can save $1, a dime, a nickel.
Well, this commercial will sound even better as we close the door behind you. Michael Joy in the morning. Michael and
Thank
Joy.
y'all for having me.
.com. Let's go.
Smack him, Lady Joy.
Shout out
You're not
to
going
Michael
nowhere.
and
You're not leaving. We'll have you back on.
Shout out to them in their new spots.
Switch out.
Okay.
They got free parking. They got food places in the area. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, y'all hang in there. I'm gonna be back a little bit with Joy and Michael. They got some more guests that they have to showcase.
Some more guests.
So we gotta switch it out real quick, and then I'll be back to end this thing. Thank
Come
y'all.
on.
Hey, don't be scared of change.
From damage to
Muhammad,
delivery.
thank you for listening. Tawana K, Gary Frazier, thank you for watching. Y'all hang with your girl, your sister, your friend, that Queen Lady Joy. I'm so excited to be with y'all this morning. Love you guys. Yes! Joy and joy. J up in here.
Joy and joy. That's what the two stand for. Two people.
I'm going with
It shall be done. Amen, Carol. Hey, Brad. Praying for her to release. We come against the works of the enemy. Release her now. Amen. Come on, Minister Rashinda. Thank you.
Don't be scared of change, man. Don't be
I
scared
finally
of
made
change.
it.
They
Hey,
made a
Carol.
change,
Hey,
they made a
Candy
change,
Glaze.
like I said,
Good
they
morning.
control
Hi,
their own
Bridget.
destiny,
Hey,
so
Maurice.
it's a new place.
Thank
the
you
same
for tuning
situation,
in.
though, so that's what I'm
Hey,
talking about.
Sierra. What semi? Girl,
Oh, they need it.
a
See what
semi
I'm saying?
hot mess.
See what I'm saying? Y'all
That's
don't
what he
understand.
is.
Curiosity, when it be in the dictionary, don't be jocking me. Because I know him.
Come on. I'm about to say, girl, where the rest of you at? Look, I need some of you.
What up, brother Joe?
Where you from originally?
What's up, Miss Shaylee Bell? Thank you for that referral. I gotta put in some work with him, though.
California the last time. Yeah, it is. It is. But it was interesting because the guy that was sitting on the plane with me just moved
Green
from
Rock?
Atlanta to Denver.
Hey, Green Rock?
I was like, most people are trying to move out.
Yes,
He was
yes,
like,
yes, yes,
yeah, but he got a good job. He's like a traveling nurse. You know what I hate?
Y'all are recording now. You know the little girl that used to be up there like come in, she's gone.
She not really, I think
When you
the black
going up
girl
the elevator,
on the blue side, the
and
black
she was
girl
like,
that used to have her hair
like
down.
greeting you.
Not even celebrities now. Not even celebrities now.
What up, Stan?
Nobody wants to see
Say
her.
hey on Instagram.
Hey, on Instagram.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com, Power 108.9. Here's the new station. Yeah. Shout out to Joy, boy. Joy brought some energy in here. Brian and Joe Baker is in the building. Brian's first show with us back at our new station. What you think about new gigs, partner?
Hey, man, I'm loving it, man. Like, this is good. I'm looking forward to every Wednesday being here in this new spot. Y'all that moved up. Shout out to Michael and Joy.
Well, we're moving
make
on
it move.
up.
Like I was saying earlier, man, it's a beautiful thing when you're not scared to make a move to better yourself.
There you go.
Shout out to y'all for transitioning to bigger and better things. And they have a breakfast spot right there.
We got a bunch of
couple
them.
of spots.
Say so. If
free
anybody ever want to
parking.
stop at Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks on the way over here,
Yeah, I
you
don't
know.
have to go to Buckhead at 6:30 in the morning no more in traffic. And, my gym is right down the street when I leave here. Oh, y'all doing it, man. Y'all doing it. I'm loving this spot, though. But this is nice, y'all.
Thank you.
Hey, I can't wait till we can upgrade from these IKEA tables, though.
I was gonna say, look.
Start
Hold
somewhere.
up. Everybody in the world got an IKEA something in their household, so don't knock IKEA now.
Hey, they came through though. When that budget wasn't right though, boy. Shout out to IKEA, boy.
Shout out to putting it together yourself.
Hey, I really did get
That's the
lost.
problem. I was like, the only thing about IKEA, the IKEA products are great. It's just the person putting it together. So if the table ain't right, Michael, that might be you,
Yeah,
baby.
it probably is. I'm not a handyman.
Man, this table is what you sell it as. This could be what you see what I'm saying. You could have made this table what you wanted. You know,
Gonna say,
you got
I'm
a
a man
class.
with
This
a
spot is
sister.
yeah. This is real nice.
Wait till I put a cover on the top of it.
No.
Clip on both ties.
You
You
don't
can tell money. That's the ones you tie right there. Like, there's a clip on
Euphoria is
there.
in the building. Good morning,
Good
sis.
morning.
Shout out to the mic for me a little bit. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Shout out to you. You told Joy where you was from. I didn't get a chance to catch that. 'Cause I would have had a joke.
Denver, Colorado.
Oh, Denver.
Come
Shout out to
on.
Denver.
You thought she was going to say Detroit when you was ready to say, it's so cold in the D.
Well, you can say that in Denver too, because it is cold as hell in Denver as well too. What's going on? How you get to Atlanta?
Good
Tell us your
morning.
story.
Well, you know, I just woke up one day and decided I wanted to come to Atlanta.
And you did it.
She was like, and I
Are
am
you
here.
enjoying gum Euphoria?
I
No, not at
She
all.
said, no, not no more.
Not no more.
Oh, we got
Yeah,
that.
just like a little kid. That was so cute.
That's what I'm talking about. Tell us about Piercing Euphoria. You got an awesome company, I see.
Yes. Well, Piercing Euphoria is a body piercing business located in Southwest Atlanta.
ATL, shout
Whoop,
it. Greenbrier to be more
Greenbrier.
specific.
Yep.
How long you been doing this?
Since 2008.
Okay. What was the tell us a story. Something happened where you say, you know what? I need to open up me a shop.
Yeah. Well, I used to work in a few shops, and I didn't like how they were necessarily with their clients.
Okay.
So I wanted to open up a business that, you know, was a little bit more welcoming.
Gotcha.
And gave out more information to the clients because they don't really understand. They just see something pretty and want it and
Right.
don't understand what it takes to take care of it.
Mhm.
So I wanted to make sure that I extended, brought something that could help people, you know,
Yeah.
get through their healing process and just be nice.
There you
'Cause
go.
people in my industry are not nice.
I see what you're
Customer
saying.
service
They are not nice.
Yeah.
should be on point. I mean, you're about to stick a needle in my body, or you're about to put some ink on me that's gonna last for a little while or whatever.
Right. And it should. Your service should
Well,
be.
for a little while.
Yeah, right.
And that's the whole thing. Joy mentioned about the service because I remember when I was looking to get my last tattoo done, every place that I went into, the service
They
wasn't there.
barely
Like,
speak.
they barely speak right.
Yeah, they're irritated. And you get there sometimes, you have to, I know that people are nervous, and
Yes.
so I work with them. And
I'm about to say, why can't we have a tattoo / piercing spot with Chick-fil-A service?
yeah,
I was gonna
they have
say,
great service.
Yeah.
Every once in a while,
Okay.
you get that one person that know it's about time to go home, and they're like, "How many sauces did you say you need?"
Now, have you counted the last time you counted your tats and your piercings? Do you know?
No, I
No.
have not. I've never counted my tattoos only because they're not finished.
Okay.
It's supposed to be one big piece,
Okay.
Okay.
and it's gonna be one big incomplete piece.
She was just like, "Cause I don't know when I'm
Yeah,
ever gonna want to
I'm
stop."
just-
Why
Because
not?
I actually want new ink. I was like, we'll talk, because I definitely want some replaced.
I got a
Oh yeah. Sometimes you have to leave well enough alone.
Nah.
I got a
we
Sharpie
got to
over here. We
figure
can
this
finish
out.
up some stuff today if you
Okay.
want to.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
no,
talking about.
no.
Located at Greenbrier Mall, 2740 Greenbrier Parkway, inside Greenbrier Mall.
No, we're across from Green.
Across from
Okay.
Greenbrier Mall, so across Burger King side.
Yep.
You're in that Burger King shopping center
Yes.
with Sound Tree.
Yes.
Is Sound Tree still over there?
No,
The music
they
shop.
closed last year.
Oh, did they?
Mhm.
Okay,
No, you
yeah.
ain't been
But
out
it's a
there
new
no more.
barbershop over there now.
Oh, okay. A barbershop used to get cut at the barbershop. And shout out to that Burger King boy.
I'm about to say, shout out to that French toast stick.
At the what? Shout out to that Whopper cheese cut and have no onion though.
No.
And bacon. Ooh, yeah, that's what I'm
vegan
talking.
cinema rolls, the minis. The mini cities. We got some
We got some big people in here today. Hey, we come back. We're gonna talk more with Miss Euphoria. It's like the joy in the morning. Wake up.
Lego.
Yeah.
I did not know nothing about that. Them cinnamon, them French. What is
The
it?
French toast sticks
sticks.
are the bomb. I'm about to say, every time Bridget was like, "Mom, ain't no
Alright,
Burger
look,
King around
y'all.
here." I'm like, "Yeah, about that."
Less than a
Ain't no
week
Burger
before the
King.
tax
Good morning.
deadline.
Y'all say hey.
File an extension.
Hi,
Do
Jenny in
something.
England.
We gonna have to talk about that on the air about what you need to do about your extension if you don't get in. You know, because
What up, D?
I'm sick and
What
tired.
up,
sick
Brian?
and tired
Thank you,
of y'all
sir.
not handling your business. So we're gonna wrap on that a little bit. What's up, Miss Tanya? Good morning.
What'd you say? Watch it. What am I watching?
Watch it, watch it. Hey, B, good morning. Hey, Coletta. Hey, Miss Virtual
Oh, that's
Services.
what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Torri. Hey, Simply Passionate Life.
Why I always
Hey,
have to wait
Doe.
till somebody else get an award?
Thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
And Euphoria, you teach the class too?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm a one-woman show.
There you go.
Well, now I got 2 or 3 extra ladies behind me.
Okay.
Whoop.
Hold on, let me do this real quick.
Amen.
Tasha said, "Hey, watch it." Then she goes, put it at the top of IKEA has been good to us.
About to
Yes,
say,
they have.
IKEA has been good to everybody. Everybody got at least
Never
one
been
thing
in
from
IKEA
IKEA.
before.
Don't get it twisted.
Never
I go
been.
right in the clearance section because that's where the other people put it together. The people that
Never
work
been
there.
in IKEA.
You haven't?
Saying that one
I was gonna say, then you got that one friend. You said that's you. Well, then there's two. You stopped it.
We back! Michael and Joy, michaelandjoy.com. Shout out to Facebook Live, all our friends over there on Facebook Live. Speaking of Facebook,
And YouTube.
Instagram got a new, I guess a new, what is it called? Function called Focus. And Focus is a feature that allows you to take portrait type photos similar to what the iPhone does. So it softens the background once the camera detects a face in its view, and it can be used on selfies or added to photos of friends. So
I was gonna
with that
say,
new,
so that would be the depth of field for photographers.
with that new deal, it's called Focus. I don't know if all of the features had the Focus feature yet, but Instagram is doing their thing, so that's what they're working
Shout
on
out
now.
to them. And
Yep.
while we're at it, on this day in 1947, Jackie Robinson became the first black player in Major League history.
Shout out to Jackie
He
Robinson.
played in the exhibition game for the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Shout out to
Brooklyn.
Jackie. Yeah. Shout out to Atlanta Braves. Took another L yesterday against the Washington Nationals. It's all good though.
I was gonna say, look.
Euphoria, what you laughing for over there? You trying to dig? You
I
trying
was
to
gonna
find
say,
that
you
gum?
see you don't care because look, he still represented. He got the shirt on and everything.
You trying to find that gum and that tea you got over there?
I was thinking
You
about
gotta
it.
talk in the mic. Euphoria.
I
There
was
you go.
thinking about it.
You can do it once we
She was
finish.
like, you had to do a deep dive.
Pearson, Euphoria, you mentioned, you also teach a class. You say you're a one-woman show. That's
I am.
exactly who you are. So you teach a class about piercing too, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have online classes that will be coming soon in May.
Okay.
And then the beginning of May, I will start hands-on, like one-on-one training.
Mm-hmm.
So they can go to my website, www.piercingeuphoria.com, and they can click the link that says booking and choose if they want early bird, which actually that ended yesterday.
Oh, it ended yesterday.
Whoops, sorry.
Manager said it ended yesterday. Nope, not
What
this
had
time.
happened was
Yeah, but you can go online, www.piercingeuphoria.com, click on booking. It'll take you to the site to where you can enter your information to sign up for class, and then you can do look and learn as well, which means you'll be shadowing me every day while I'm at work.
That's
Well, that would be
But that's
interesting.
not necessarily always able to be done because I
Right.
like people in my space.
So you have,
take
you're,
advantage of that.
you're learning to do something a little different. What made you want to teach?
It's a lot of people out here piercing. They're watching videos. And then they're messing their friends up. And I'm fixing it. And while I appreciate the extra money that I get because I'm going to charge you to fix your piercing, it's ridiculous. Like, you know, you don't want to traumatize people's skin.
Yeah.
You want them to get something and be happy. You're going to have a little bit of scarring, but it doesn't have to be so traumatic. And so I think there's no one in this industry really that's willing to teach unless they, like, gouge you price-wise. And then they're not teaching you that well. And I just feel like I need to, you know,
Help
let
out.
somebody else, you know.
Yeah,
get
Euphoria.
in there.
Have you noticed
Makes sense.
since being in the business that the piercing has become more of a midlife crisis type thing? You know, some people want to buy a Corvette when they get older. Some people want tats. Piercings
The age
becoming the same.
range. So you have your
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 age
teenagers come with. You have like 18 to 21,
Okay,
and then it's like 37 to like 50.
gotcha.
But the college students, you have them coming in freshman and maybe sophomore year.
Okay.
And once they're like, no, I'm gonna be a lawyer, they
Right.
don't come. Then when they don't be a lawyer,
When they don't make it,
yeah,
they don't
or
pass
they
that
just
test.
say, you know, I'm a lawyer now, so I can do what I want.
Right.
So it's just, you know, there's a time when they don't do anything.
That's pretty.
They're not a
interesting.
lawyer now, but their new name is Diamond.
Right.
Oh.
Hey, check her out, Piercing Euphoria _ on
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media, and you can give her a call to book your appointment or visit the website. I gotta hear you say that website one more time.
www.piercingeuphoria.com.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to you, Euphoria. Congratulations.
The
Come
same
back and see
thing on
us
Facebook.
anytime, okay?
Thank you for having
And
me.
I had some coupons to Goldberg's, but they expired yesterday. It's Michael and Joy.
About that.
MichaelAndJoy.com.
A hot mess. Whoop, whoop. and Pearson Euphoria on Facebook for all the information. Hey Harold, for Miss Pearson Euphoria, go to michaelandjoy.com. Follow us, follow her. Go to YouTube and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm gonna send you the link as well, Clarissa, to
Oh, yes,
Take a
ma'am.
picture.
to YouTube. You want to what? Oh my bad.
Y'all say what y'all want, but a grown man have a nipple piercing, I feel a certain way about it.
Oh, I know that.
That's not cool.
Oh, I'm taller than Euphoria.
And then do something silly. I'm about to say Euphoria. You ain't really changed much.
Oh, yes.
BM. Hey, cool. Hey, Q.
No, you good. Go.
Oh, okay.
Just stand up there. Just stand right there with it down.
Right,
No, just leave it just like that. You good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me too, I'm down. So we get together and start with something.
Alright, bet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should have started at day one.
I just thought about it yesterday.
Fool. Thank you.
You're
It's
welcome.
gonna look like a yearbook by the end of the
Right.
No, I'll erase it.
Yeah, I know it's.
You want me to send that to you?
Yeah, send those pictures to me. We'll put a tag on them.
Thank
I
you.
was
We'll
gonna say,
repost. We'll definitely repost.
Does she have a certain time that she gotta be out by?
Oh,
we
I'm trying
gotta-
to get everybody.
She
Oh yeah,
Torri.
Who that is?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, she
Jack
come back
and
in.
Shot.
Yeah.
We gotta get a
I
group
know
photo.
Shite be doing
You know what I
it.
mean before she. Before
Yeah.
you
All right,
guys
we'll hang
see.
I
out.
know it
Okay.
ain't key to none of them because y'all be on social media, so it gotta be Shite.
Hey,
What's up,
Vera,
people? What's up,
patiently
my
waiting
people
for
in
Dr.
D-Town,
Torri.
Daiquiri
She's
Town,
on her
representing.
way. Thank you.
Hey, Kira,
Hey,
what's up,
Marika.
Beverly?
Hey, Curly Caro.
Good
I'm gonna
morning,
go,
everybody.
and I am coming right back. All right, guys, because you know,
So we back.
Instagram be on that
We're in
30-minute
this
joint.
with Michael and Joy on Power 108.9.
Thank you,
New
Charity.
facility, new space.
New.
start.
We got that new.
Michael still got the old jacket on, though, and still representing old stuff.
It's a new month, new studio.
That's old stuff.
Oh, the season just started.
Ain't nobody that's a power.
Come on,
man.
fatherless
That's what
generation.
people follow
Somebody
now.
just said patiently waiting.
Did that? Who said that?
I'm gonna call them out. Here
The
they
Braves
go,
will
right here.
challenge the Hawks to be the worst in the city.
My husband.
I'm about to say, patiently waiting. I said, well, she coming right now.
That is so funny.
Well, I did notice when you were like, coming soon, or you had shared it or something like that or whatever. We got her. She ain't here. Meanwhile, you're like, this has nothing, the hashtag, this has nothing to do with my husband.
Oh,
Yeah, because
people
Oh,
inbox
of
me.
course.
Like,
You can't go through nothing in your life without them thinking it got something to do with somebody. I ain't got nothing to do with you. Oh, here he go. Hey, baby. That's so cute.
we back up.
All right. Okay.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com. Brian is Joe Bear is in the building with us. Like always, a little bit later on, we're going to be talking
Yeah.
Dr. Torri. She's back. Y'all know
She's
Dr. Torri,
back.
shout out her, the fatherless expert. That's what her hashtag is. Joe Bear, the Blueprint series is coming. Tell us about that. Blueprint,
Yeah.
jump.
Hey, the Blueprint series, April 21st. If y'all saw us last month, well, actually in January, I think that was. No, it was February, and we had the Blueprint series, which is basically about the industry, the entertainment and acting and actresses industry, and it just educating on them all facets of being in the industry, not just going out there acting, not just being a director or writer, but understanding the business of the industry. And a lot of times we don't understand the business. And I come in as the business and tax expert to let people know this is how you need to set up your business. This is how you need to get your taxes straight. So when you're out there in Wakanda, you know, doing the Black Panther, getting them big checks, you got to do something with that money. So, you know, just teaching them those parts of it. And shout out to Winston. And I mean, she killing it, man, with this. And they have to be educated because they out there doing big things in the A.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And
Gotta know
we
what to
always
do
talk
with that
about,
money.
yeah, there becomes a point to where we look at it as fun. I know Tasha used to always talk about one thing that Kanye West learned from his mom was that if you ain't getting paid for it, it's a hobby.
Yeah.
And then there becomes a point to where it turns into, now it's a money making business and becomes a business, and then you got to flip it into a real business.
And into the real business. And it's crazy because I sat down with a dude yesterday. Somebody referred this cat to me, and he's a rapper, and he showed me what he was making, and he's like, B, he said, man, I have no idea. He said, man, I've never did my taxes before. I've never did this. He said, I got a family now. I want to do things differently. He said, I need to run this like a business. And I saw the money he was making. I'm like, wow, cat making some money. But he's like, as soon as I'm getting it, I'm putting it out.
Right.
And that's why we are in so many of those positions, and that's why we have more fame than fortune in the entertainment industry, especially in our community, because we're not understanding that it's a business first. And so we're not conducting it as a business, and that's what the Blueprint series is all about.
That's what I'm talking about. Brian Jobert, Blueprint series, April 21st is going down.
Yes,
now,
sir.
when we talk about making money in your business, do you have let's say a easy 1, 2, 3 step of how to allocate your funds as it goes to reinvesting, saving, spending, balling out?
Well, the first thing you got to know is where your money is, because I always say
Hello?
you can't manage what you don't see. So most people don't even have no type of system to keep up with their money. So you got to manage your money first. So you got to create some type of accounting system to keep up with it. So if I could see my money and where it's going, I can manage it, as opposed to just. And I tell you, if you're in the cash-based industry and you taking all your money and putting it in your pocket and then you going out and spend it after that, you hustling. You're hustling because that's your business money. That's not your money. So that's why you see a lot of people in the cash-based industries living to their next hair, their next whatever it may be, because they're hustling. So you got to create a system where now you put this money somewhere where you can see it, then you manage it, and then you pay yourself.
Because when you look at let's just say you look at someone in the service industry as a server, and they're making $200, $250 a night in tips. That translated to a regular job, they're doing pretty good. But if they can't manage that $250, when you get off of work, you go buy your pack of Newports and put $25 on 12. And, you know what I'm saying? You're not managing. It's hard. It goes just as fast as it goes.
It goes. Because the thing is that's a dope man's mentality. Because what happens is when you're on the street, what you're doing is you spending your money because you figure that tomorrow you're going to re-up.
You're going to re-up.
So you're going to get more money tomorrow. And if you have that mentality, it's going to be hard to move, because one day is not going to be a tomorrow. You're going to have a rough day at work. You're going to have something. And what happens is now I got to pay a bill, but I used that money and tomorrow wasn't as good. Right. And so now I can't get, now I'm in the hole. So now I'm playing from behind.
Right.
And so we have to change the way we do that with the money. And I had to learn that the money I made in cash wasn't my money. It was my business money.
Exactly.
Man, where were you in 1985 when I was slinging them nicks and dimes on them streets of Southeast?
I was going to say,
I was doing my
he was like, I was down in New Orleans.
I was buying honey buns. I was buying honey buns and Snickers.
Treating everybody the po' boy.
Exactly.
Look, I sure did the same thing in college. Like, what size are you, girl? Come on in here. Out here pimping.
Honey buns and Snickers and RC colas. Man, I could have kept that money. Right, exactly.
I was going to say, well, you live and you learn. Amen for learning now.
LNB Tax Service. What's that site again?
It's lbtaxservice.com. For my older people, www.lbtaxservice.com.
Blueprint series.
I'm going to get you the Blueprint series site before we get off air, though. I apologize. I do have a flyer I've been posting. So if you follow me, go to my page. The information is on the page. And that's one of my 7 events coming up in the next few months. So
one of my 7.
I'm going to tell people what you going to plug before you get off at the end of the day.
I was like, because,
somebody's going to plug, the website, y'all.
He was like, y'all will figure it out.
This is an informational show. So I know they're going to do it because they love giving great information.
Intern!
Right.
Dr. Torri's in the building. Hey, Dr. Torri.
Dr. Torri.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Patiently waiting for Dr. Torri.
Welcome
Here
to the
she
new gig.
is.
Well, thanks for having me.
Did you have
Yay.
a problem finding us, or was it good? You did?
Yeah, just a little bit.
She was like, I had a problem
Just a
getting
little
up
bit.
here.
Welcome to the Battery. We appreciate you.
I love
Welcome to
it.
Power 108.9.
Whoop,
I
whoop.
love
Where
it.
you been? We ain't seen you in a while.
You haven't.
I know.
I have been running around the country.
Literally.
Okay.
Literally, yes. I have opened 5 new offices.
Congratulations.
Yes.
So I'm pretty excited about that. 2 more are coming, Orange County and Chicago. So right now we have DC, Atlanta, Miami,
Dallas, and St. Louis.
That's what I'm talking about. How many fathers to this date? Do you have the number?
Oh, I counted 2 weeks ago, so it's 2,112 fatherless children have now been reunited with their dads.
Man, for those that may have missed you, Dr. Torri, on our previous show, she's a resident here. We keep in touch and keep up with. Tell us about your organization and what you guys do.
Well, what the Fatherless Generation Foundation does is we reunite fatherless children with their dads, but we also provide resources and services that we know support and elevate the fatherhood conversation. Too often we're not having the conversation around dads, we're not adding them into conversations about the development of their children, and so that's what we're doing. We have peer groups across the country. Right now we have 98 peer groups where we're helping fatherless children cope with not having their dads in the home. Not every child can be reunited, so you have to give them other options and other tools. And so that is what I do.
Have you seen a difference in the generations as it pertains to how their relationship is with their dads, with their moms?
Yeah, there's, what I have tried to tell people, so often is we're not dealing with the same situation from the 60s and 70s where dads was just like deucing out. And that's how people view that, right? That's not really how that happened, but since we're going to go there, that's not what it is. You have a generation of men who grew up without their dads, who are now fighting with tooth and nail to make sure their children don't have the same experience. But because we have the narrative that men don't want to be involved, dads don't want to be around from those previous situations, we are still catering to that narrative. And unfortunately, I have to come up against that narrative and keep pushing and pushing. And I'm okay with being a pioneer. I'm okay with helping people understand that there's a new way out here and there's a new thing going on. And there's a lot of men who are all about their children.
That's what I'm talking about. 2,312 is the new number, guys. We're going to push that number up to 13. Just say it.
It's so cool. But I did notice, because I think that it's not always just the fathers that want to deuce out. Sometimes it's the mothers that are making it hard. Because I noticed the other day you had posted about a father that had got custody or, joint, and then the mother deuced out and took the child with her or whatever all the way across the country
from
to
Baton Rouge to
California. So how do you fight that? What do you do in that instance?
And that's a good one, because yesterday he won his case. What happens is, you have to go through a process. We have private investigators who work with us to help locate moms. So there's no place you can hide, because you open up different bank accounts, you get leases. It's called skip tracing. And so all we do is pay our private investigator to do a skip trace, and then they go through the process of locating the mom with the children or the child. And so that's what we did in that situation.
Wow.
Dad went back to court. We had her served once, and then that's the other issue. Courts give a lot of pushback to dads. There's sometimes clerk of courts are giving you the runaround when you have the right stuff in place. And we found that to take place. He had filed in December. We got her served on February 9th, but she had to be served on the 8th, and he was one day off. And it's like, no. There are 31 days in February.
Right.
No, it has to be 30 days. No, it's 31 days. We can count. And so it ended up, we had to go back and refile. They tried to fight the service processor, the whole nine. And then she got served, and we proved that she got served. She didn't show up yesterday. Dad won sole custody by default yesterday. So that 2 years that he hasn't had with his daughter, he's about to get to make up for it, and she's going to pay a price for kidnapping this child. Because that's what it is once you have joint custody.
Right. And we talked about, when you first came on the show, we talked about that awkward moment when the kids met their dads for the first time. And there's levels to these new meetings, because you're meeting a guy who you've never met before, and
you haven't
seen in a while. And it could be kind of awkward, right? How do you prep your clients for that?
Oh, that's definitely the therapist that we have on the other side of it. Okay, so we have a system. There's a process that we work with to make sure that, like this child who's going to be picked up by her dad, right? She hasn't seen him in 2 years, but she knows who he is. They still have communication, sporadically, but she knows who he is. So there's things that we put in place so that as he goes to California to get his daughter, she won't be traumatized, and neither will he approach it from a traumatic way.
Yeah, because I guess in certain scenarios, it's unfortunate. You don't want the child to feel some kind of a way. But I'm pretty sure that, the dad is a little upset about, the fact that he hasn't been able to be in his child's life for over 2 years. And so you got to deal with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Truly upset. And he could take that out and put all of that on his daughter as he's taking her back with him.
Exactly.
Yo, social entrepreneur, fatherless expert, author, speaker, scientist.
Yes! You didn't know that?
She got the test tubes in her bag right now. Dr. Torri hanging out with us. For more information, visit her website, drtorrij.com, or as they say down in New Orleans, www.drtorrij.com. We come back, we got more The Fatherless Generation, and of course, my man Brian is Jobert. It's Michael and Joy in the morning.
Yeah.
What up, Nisa? MichaelandJoy.com.
Is it the Fatherless Foundation?
Good morning.
Oh, no. It's
No.
Fatherless
Let's
Generation.
make it
Okay.
conducted this
Okay.
way. and see,
I
let's
thought
get
I
something
saw-
done. If you don't know how to
I
get it
couldn't
done,
remember
we
there
got
it
somebody
is.
that's
Okay.
doing it.
All
You know,
right.
so it's a lot of information, a lot of knowledge out here. Folks are helping, they're doing their thing.
Wait,
So,
you wanna hit that? I'm coming back to you. Or not yet.
well, you can pub yourself though.
And I agree with
Oh,
him on
can
that
we?
money thing. You got to know the cycles of your business too.
Right.
If you don't know, you won't have money for next month.
Not at all.
Where we going to Punta Cana?
Puta kinda. Hey.
You got an event coming up?
Yes, that's why I'm here. Yep.
What up, Joseph? Hey,
It's
Forever
Beyond Fatherless
Ashanti.
Conference, but it's
Hey,
Dear
Juta.
Dad.
It's on here?
No. Go to you gotta
Hey,
go to my
FB
father's-
Studios.
Go to
Hey,
Instagram.
Runaway
I can
Praise.
put it
Hey,
on there.
Cool Kids.
Scroll down. Keep going.
Hey,
It's right there.
Tiffany. Hey,
Right here.
Daryl. Hey, Charge Up
So
Campaign.
you can
What up,
see
Hip
both
Top
flyers, 'cause
Clothing?
that's just a live exhibit. That's
Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Big Swole.
Michael and Joy in the morning.
Whoop,
MichaelandJoy.com. What up, Mark Anthony? Mark Anthony Linton, my homeboy from DC.
I'm about to say,
Shout out
tell
to you.
J-Lo we said what up.
Hey, what up to Antonio Banderas? Antonio Banderas said that he refused to give up work after his heart attack because he didn't want to live like he's already dead. The 57-year-old actor was rushed to a hospital last year after suffering chest pains while exercising. And while he turned out to be suffering from a heart attack, the Mask of Zorro star couldn't bear to stop acting afterwards because he wanted to eat himself alive. He said, I took the drugs that the doctor recommended. I thought I was going to stop working a little bit more, but I decided not to because I miss my life, and that's it. And that's what Antonio Banderas said, that I can't stop working. Yeah, I can't because it's going to seem like I'm dead. Not to do that. And
I was
that's what he
gonna say,
did. So shout out to him.
Do you feel like now if you have a cause, I get it. You know what I mean? But don't you feel like at some point we should be able to kind of step away, enjoy the fruits of our labor?
Yeah, you should.
Absolutely.
You should. But I think with this situation right here, him having a heart attack, I guess the perception was that he was going to stop doing his stuff. And I guess when you're so active and you want to be doing stuff, you don't want to be laid up in the house
I was
watching
gonna say,
Netflix.
but you can do other
Well, I
stuff.
can
You
do
ain't
that.
gotta
But that's
always
his
work.
joy, though. Sometimes
Right.
you
Yeah.
gotta live your joy, and
Exactly. Makes
you
him
don't
happy.
get full satisfaction. So you rather die.
How you
than
know I'm
your
talking
joy.
about him?
Yeah.
Dr. Torri,
And I will say, even
Drugs
for my mother,
aside.
she retired, I
Yeah.
want to say 7-8 years ago, but she got more jobs now
Right.
than
Yeah.
I was gonna say, your mama's walking into her calling. I was gonna say.
Mama agreed at Walmart so she got them discounts.
Yes.
Dr. Torri J is in the
Uh-huh,
building.
yes.
Dr. Torri, Beyond Fatherless Conference is coming up in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
tell us about it.
Okay, so Beyond Fatherless, one of the things that I've learned is reuniting these fatherless children with their dads. Unfortunately, too often, both parents are fatherless. So there's still all these wounds and hurts. And so there's pain, and so you gotta kind of heal that. And I don't like dealing with y'all adult fatherless children, because y'all got a perception and a position already. But there was something in my heart that said, you have to do this. And I know it's something that God is leading me to do. So we're going to help heal fatherless adults. Father's Day weekend here in Atlanta.
Awesome.
You got me, you got Dina Babel, Fatherless Movement. You got Warren Farrell. Many of you have seen him Dr. Warren Farrell, you've seen him on social media talking about how 100% of the school shooters were father deprived, and that's gone viral. That's one of my keynotes. You got Kenneth Braswell, who is over the Fathers Incorporated. You got John Finch, who's over Father Effect. And all of us grew up fatherless. That's the other piece. So we know how to walk this thing out.
There you go.
You're not just like figuring it out. You
Right.
actually know how it feels. You did say, for those that didn't watch the very first time or a couple times when you came on, how did it feel when you finally met your father again? Because you were older.
Yeah, I was 31 at the time.
Wow.
And I will say, even when I think back to it, it was one of the scariest yet euphoric moments of my life. Like, you're nervous as all get out. Because you don't know what it's going to be like.
Right.
A lot of fatherless children, you talk with, they feel like their dad rejected them. They didn't do, it didn't work out. And so they just moved on. And that's another level of rejection. So I didn't know if that was going to happen. But he fully embraced me. The family fully embraced me. My father has passed on. But I still talk to my stepmom every couple of days, So, and I have siblings that I speak with via text most times. But yeah. It's changed my life.
There you go. The scientist is in the building. Dr. Torri J. The conference is going down the weekend of June 14th through the 16th. For tickets and registration, you can visit the website beyondfatherless.com.
Yes.
Always good to see you, Dr. Torri J. What you about to say? I'm about to cut you off.
Don't cut me off, because Dear Dads is important. That's the other part.
Oh, that's
the live exhibit that's going to be at the conference. That's
Okay.
important. And so I want your viewers to come on. I want them to write a letter to their dad and send it to us so that we can possibly showcase it in the Dear Dads live exhibit at the conference.
Do I have to write a new one?
You don't have to. You can actually
You
submit
can
yours.
submit yours.
Yeah, I want you to use that one, because we
Right.
can show. We're going to blow them up. We're going to showcase them. It's going to be something you can walk through, and you get to determine the ending.
Okay.
And that's what I love about this exhibit. There's several celebrities who are going to do it, and we're going to keep it moving.
And after this break, we're going to figure out how we can donate to your organization.
Can we? Can you ask my proof mine? Because I need to be writing, right?
I was going to say, nah, it's all good.
You can edit.
That'll work.
Exactly. Brian Joubert is in the
Yeah.
building with us. Mr. Joubert, Rich Boy Investments LLC. You got a couple of things going on, man. And hopefully you liking the new digs in here.
No, I am, man. Like I said, I'm really liking this. I figure y'all would do it top notch.
Okay.
And it serves its purpose. Until it don't. But right now it's good.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
You trying to
Because it's
talk about
levels.
IKEA table?
Moving
Nah, man,
on
like I
up.
said, to me, this is all you need is a little stain on it, give it a little shine. You didn't put it on a whole other level, nigga.
Sasha, he talking about IKEA table.
You put a whole other
I'm about to say, Michael, you keep bringing them up with nobody know they came from IKEA. You wouldn't
I'm
have said
thinking
that.
like, wow, they didn't
It
spend
was
some
like,
money in
man,
here.
we went
That's
right
when
in.
I walked out like, they
We was right in Marshalls in the back, the
Right.
first section.
Rich Boy Investments LLC, the inaugural financial conference
Whoop,
and
whoop.
award show is coming up. It's the
Yes,
first
yes.
one, man. You taking it to another
Hey,
level, man.
yeah, man, I'm on a whole conference level now. I've been doing seminars for the longest, but now I'm doing a conference. And it's so crazy because, I tell people, when you have spirit, drive, ambition, love, and a little money, you'll be surprised at what you do on a whim.
Right.
And so I was like, you know what? I've been getting all these requests for people to get information from me, to sit down. I said, it's conference time. I said, we need more than 30 people in the room, so we're looking to do 150 to 200 people at this conference. But the beautiful thing about this is I'm not only giving my story of how I've achieved my success and how I can help other people, but I'm bringing other speakers to talk about budgeting and credit and financial planning and investing and how to get unstuck. And also the award aspect of it is that we giving awards to people because it's a lot of people in Atlanta that's doing phenomenal things that people don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to know that's in my circle that helped me achieve the level of success I've achieved. And so we want to, showcase those people because it's too much Facebook fluff. It's too many people out there following people and believing in people that really ain't doing a whole lot. And I know that firsthand. But they need to really meet people that's really doing things that help and inspire. And one of them is right here in this room. It's Miss Joy A. Pierce. She's gonna be an award recipient. Basically New Inventor Award for the joystick. And just like that, people need to know, you out here doing videos and you propping phones and they slipping down and falling, you got to pick it back up, I know because that was me. I got my joystick, But once again, we got somebody that's an inventor in our neighborhood, in our backyard, in our pocket, a black inventor. I don't know nobody that invented anything.
Exactly.
So people need to know that we got people out here inventing stuff, for real.
And
You know, for real, not in
Not
your
for play-
head,
not for
on
play,
paper. It's done.
And what we do a lot of times in our culture, if it's not popping in mainstream, that means you didn't do it.
Exactly.
So it doesn't have the same traction as a Steve Harvey Bacon,
Right,
or,
right,
you know,
right,
a Jamie
right.
Foxx eyeglass.
Or if you ain't got
something like
billboards
that.
posted up
Yeah,
or whatever.
But you know what
like
I
it's not
do?
done.
Even with this seminar, I always say it's funny because part of the thing I want to expose, and I start a lot of my seminars off now with showing you about 5 names. And I ask people, do you know who those names are?
Right.
And they billionaires. And most people don't know them. So I'm like, just because you don't know somebody, don't mean that they're not doing phenomenal things.
Exactly.
You
Because we
know,
don't have to flaunt it.
and that's the thing is that, you know, it's a whole lot of people, and I'll be in the room a lot of times and people will walk past me, leave me to go talk to somebody, but I was the person that financed that person.
Bam.
You know, and so we got to know that there's people out here that's not a part of the fluff, that's doing major things, and that's part of
I
the
like
conference is really to introduce people, connect, and that's why the tagline is connect, collaborate, and conquer.
There you
Because
go.
if we do those things and we collaborate and we connect, we can conquer so much more.
Yo, shout out to our at-home
Together.
studio producer,
Whoop, whoop.
Latasha. She says, make sure that your contributors are leaving business cards in the building and that the boards, make sure they're on the boards as well. So, they, you know, Tasha looking out for you, my man.
Hey,
Alright,
I'm about to say, we tagging them too,
Hey, the
Tasha.
inaugural financial conference and award show, Connect, Collaborate, Conquer, is going down June 30th, 2018 from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And they're going to be giving you lunch. You can hang out with us at the courtyard by the Marriott. That's the downtown Decatur.
I'm about to say, why not price
And it's
you
really,
the red
really
upside down?
nice though. Really nice.
No, that is a good little spot.
Yeah, it's a nice hotel. Conference room is amazing. And we didn't even talk about our very own Mr. Michael McFadden is hosting.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know,
yeah.
so we
Ah,
get the knowledge, we get everything, the community
Yes.
aspect, and people say, what's different? And I say, one of the things we're going to do differently, we focusing on ground root businesses.
Yeah.
I go to a lot of conferences, and one thing they don't do, they don't help the small business, the startups, and teach them how to get in the game, to get money, how to move to the next level. It's usually about, you know, because Wells Fargo and American Express, all them people usually sponsor, so they usually have their own agenda, how they want you to run this conference.
Right.
And it's
Exactly.
usually to mid-size and large businesses, but we got more small, intermediate businesses that don't know where to go. So a lot of the focus is going to be on that. You know, we're going to have the entertainment aspect to it, you know, from just even some of the music, the soundtrack going to be phenomenal. And then we're going to have the entertainment,
Selling
you know, part of
soundtracks?
Mr. Michael McFadden, you know, which is always entertaining, you know, so he's intelligent too, y'all. So I
Amen. Very, very,
sometimes,
Ah,
you know,
yeah,
he's not
sometimes,
just
right.
entertaining all the time, but it's going to be great, man. And
Well, that's what I'm talking
excited.
about, man. Congratulations to you. Check out the website, Rich Boy.
It's Rich Boy. It's Rich
2018.
Boys removing the blinders because it's
RTB.
piggybacking off of my book.
Mhm.
You know, my book is Running with Blinders. Now it's time to remove those blinders. So it's Rich Boys RTB 2018.eventbrite.com.
Yo,
Yeah.
every Wednesday you can check out Brian Jobert right here on Michael and Joy in the morning
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Power 108.9. Also, Dr. Torri J, thank you, sis, for hanging out with us.
Woo, woo.
We're gonna
Thanks
check
for
you out.
having me.
I'm gonna send you that letter
You're gonna send me
too.
the letter.
Just have somebody edit for me because I don't want them to be like, Brian said he was intelligent. Look at his spelling though.
And have your people go to info@tfgf.org and they can submit their letters to their fathers.
It's always good to see you, Dr.
You
Torri.
as
Hey,
well.
tomorrow is Thursday. That means we got another show right here from Power 108.9. It's Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com.
It's Michael and Joy.
Sorry, Instagram, we cut y'all off
Is
a
that
little
right?
bit. Y'all missed
F,
all the great
not S.
information I just spit.
T.
So-
Oh, yeah. F.
I'm gonna redo, but y'all will get it again. Y'all get it
Submit.
again. So
Bam.
I apologize. We get
Yeah.
everything. We got
What up,
some
Ahmad?
great things, man.
For the.
So you like the format now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Kicking
talking about?
people out.
Yeah.
You said kicking people out.
Kicking people out, a hot mess. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Hey, Miss Rennie. Hey, Dolores. Hey, Regal Ramus. Hey, Budget Action. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you so very much. From the top of my head to the soles of my feet, I ask that God watch over you, keep you, protect you, expand your territory and your capacity. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Mwah. Have a great day. Talk to you guys later. Hey, joyful thoughts. Come back in so we can take some photos.
I was like, yes. I need to remind myself of that.
Okay,
Make sure you
okay.